Think again. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
You know, what can I say? What can I say that hasn't already been said about some of you guys? You're without a doubt the dumbest people I've ever known, and I say this from a place. I'm coming from a place of love. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen on YouTube, and I'm not kidding. I've seen a lot of YouTube poops against my will. I've watched a lot of awful content as they call it these days on YouTube. Everything's content now. It's content. Gotta get content. Content. You know, back in the day it was just called a video or art or YouTube or, you know. That was the most awful content I've ever seen on the platform. And I've seen some pretty terrible things on here. I just need you to know that that was neither entertaining nor funny in any way. I don't understand why you would go through the trouble of sitting down, recording that. That was obviously the fucking monologue of Cartman. You ripped that off of South Park. I mean, obviously, I don't think you're pretending that you didn't. That's pretty obvious you did what you did there. And I know what you did. And you took time to edit pictures of me into the video. Why? Why? What is the fucking point? I just don't get it.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I really just don't.
All right? I'm gonna put your cock in my mouth, and I'm gonna bite it off, big.
Look at my new selfie. It is. First of all, can I just say, also, Joe? I don't know if you're joking or not, but if you're actually gay, congratulations on coming out. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Joe, seemingly, I was sent a photo from Joe, from the people there, that apparently he's getting married. I don't know if this is real or not. I would err on the side of it not being real. Of course, it's a pretty decent Photoshop, if that's what it is. It's public. I'm not doxing anyone. I got it in my email. Here, I'll show you the picture. But that clearly is Photo Joe, and apparently he's been engaged to someone named Chedwick. I don't fucking kind of name is Chedwick. No offense to Chedwick, but anyway, if it's real, congratulations. If it's not, you're a fucking moron. It's not funny. Faking, a gay marriage is not humorous. Like, I don't know if you're mentally stuck in the fucking 90s where it's like, oh, dude, you're so gay, bro. You're so gay, bro. You're gay. Whoa. Like, you're so fucking cringe. That is not funny at all. You do realize that, right, Joe?
There's gonna be
making fun of gay people is not funny.
In Kansas.
Photo Joe owns you.
No, he fucking doesn't! Shut the fuck up, Lester! I'll add you to the fucking Big Book Volume 2. Don't think I won't. Little slut. And I'm not slut-shaming. What a Knives. Okay, Knives, hey, Copper, watch this. I bet it will turn you on more than Janet. Okay, sure, let's see the video. What is this? No, fucking no. I do not find toasters sexually attractive.
Here's the problem. Too many toasters. You know what they say? All toasters toast.
Whoa, I just had like a rush of fucking, like a warm rush came over me when I saw this image of all these toasters. I don't know. Excuse me 1 second, I need to take care of something. Like, you really think I'm just like, you really think I find a toaster sexually attractive? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking skulls? No, obviously I do not find inanimate objects attractive, okay? I mean, unless it's like an anime chick. Because I guess technically anime chicks, waifus are inanimate objects, but whatever, it's anime. It's meant to be a living individual. Anyway, I don't think it's the same thing. I do not find toasters sexually attractive. Okay? We're not talking about toasters today. Okay? We're not talking about toasters today. Knives. We're talking about drag queens and drag culture. And I got a video that I want to bring up here. Okay? I don't know why the fuck is Mario in a fucking kitchen with a bunch of toasters? That's so random. How do you even find a clip like that? Chedwick. Hello, Chedwick. Donated to give me the Jester Gen 2 roll and look at my husband's selfie. No thank you. Okay, I want to read this. Okay, so there was an article put out on the Huffington Post. No, this isn't the one that I wanted to click. There's a few articles that I had pulled up I wanted to go over. What do drag queens do? 17 things top drag queens do. Some of the top drag queens performing at clubs and events.
I'm a feminist. You said that women being treated unfairly.
Our performers, I'm trying to fucking read. Joe, can you, what are you putting on my screen right now? You're blocking the text. I got a selfie the stream needs to see. Drop a 111 in the live chat if you would rather see Photo Joe's selfie than learn about drag queen culture and my opinion on drag queens and the whole school stuff and all that. Like, now I've talked at length in the past about my opinion on the school stuff. I've always said, I've said it before, I'll say it now and I'll say it again. Leave the kids alone. I've always said that. Now, I've said that, and that is not a homophobic thing for me to say. I'm obviously not homophobic. I'm literally bisexual. I'm attracted to both men and women. I'm happily married. You know, it does not mean that I'm not happy with Aubrey. I'm literally happily married. I'm in a hetero-passing relationship, but I am still a bisexual. And I have a problem with homophobic bigots. I absolutely have a problem with homophobia. But I want to say, and by the way, they have nothing. It's not the same. This is not like. I need to make this clear, okay? In my opinion, and I've said this before, drag queens can express themselves wherever they want to express themselves, as long as it's an appropriate forum, okay? An appropriate forum, as in a nightclub or a parade, a pride parade, things like that. Or maybe they want to just dress and drag out in public. You know what? I'm not knocking that. I never have and I never will. But when I have said before, and I'll say it again, and I don't want anyone here to fucking agree with me. I'm not saying this to agree with you. I give a fuck about getting brownie points with you people. What I'm saying, but a lot of people, I've said this in the past, and a lot of you have agreed with me. I've always said, leave the kids alone. Okay, leave your politics out of the classroom. We don't need adult politics in a children's classroom. Let kids be innocent. Let them have their innocence. Let them be children for as long as they can. And then when they're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old and they're old enough to comprehend politics, you know, and by the way, they'll discover themselves on their own. They will explore themselves on their own time. Okay? I was young once. I was a kid once. I grew up. I explored I explored things when it was time to, and I was fine. Always remember that. Leave the kids alone. Don't call me fucking red pill. I'm not a red pill. I'm a redhead, not a red pill. But I've always said that. Leave the kids alone. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. And I mean, like, in terms of, like, politics and things like that, and, you know, drag even. I don't think that it's appropriate to have drag queens going into schools to read stories to students. I don't think that that's appropriate. That's my opinion. If other left-wing people, you know, I'm left-leaning, obviously, but if other leftists, whatever people call them, liberals, whatever you fucking idiots call them these days, if they don't agree with me, well, tough titty said the fucking kitty. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if you don't like that. I don't care. I've always expressed myself, and I always will. I don't have to agree with all of you on every fucking thing. You can go fuck yourself. I've always said, though, that's an inappropriate thing. Don't call me fucking based for saying that! I am not based! Anyway, yeah, so I want to make that clear.
In Kansas.
Excuse me, I'm trying
Admit that
to
you
talk.
are attracted to Photo Joe. Also, your head resembles a test.
I'm not attracted to Joe! Is he handsome? Yes, objectively. He's a not ugly guy. That's a compliment, but I'm not attracted to Joe. Can we please stop?
I can't believe the toasters are better than me. What did I do wrong?
Janet,
The stuff you
I
could
don't
put in me is
want
way
to fuck
tastier
you!
than toast
I don't want to
and
fuck you,
stuff even
Janet!
faster. I
Janet,
bet you
I'm
would
not
enjoy
gonna
it when
fuck
you
you!
look it up.
Janet!
www.
Okay, if I hear that robot say WW one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm literally gonna call the fucking national... You're gonna need to call the National Guard to come and remove the anchor that I take from a battleship and shove up your fucking ass if you don't stop using the robot to spam W's on my fucking... Enough with the fucking bot abuse already! For fuck's sake, dude. Hello, Gimp! Hey, Copper, recently I actually...
Femboy Friday is the best. Femboy's nuzzle on my chest. Got my Felix body pillow. About to take that bitch to bed. Bitches Femboy Friday. Femboys by my side. They be looking so kawaii. I don't care if you don't like it, hey.
Excuse me, I'm trying to talk. By the way, why is it considered based for me to say that it's inappropriate for drag queens to go into a school and read stories to young students? That's not, in my opinion, that's common sense. I don't give a shit if other people of the left don't agree with me. I do not care a lick. I don't give a shit what you think, what you say. You express yourself freely, and I will do the fucking same. I have always said I'm always going to express myself, okay? Now, I don't like a lot of these things that these right-wingers are using. They are using the drag queen thing to basically be homophobic, okay? It's homophobic. What the whole point of the stream, we're not here to bash on drag queens. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm here to support drag queens. This stream is about supporting drag culture and drag queens and showing love to drag queens. But I'm also, by the way, I've got my criticisms. I absolutely reserve the right to be critical of anything I want to be critical of, because I'm a human being like all of you. And I don't agree with everything, and I don't disagree with, it's just, listen. I think that there's nothing wrong with being a drag queen. Absolutely.
Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cock.
I just
Give
want
Janet
to
what
talk
she wants,
about...
Pipsqueak.
Okay. Don't call me a fucking pipsqueak, and I'm not giving Janet shit, Lester. Okay, enough. I said stop, now fucking stop. Chedwick, what kind of dumb name is CopperCab? Fuck off, Ched! Chedwick is the dumbest fucking name I have ever read in my life. I'm not kidding. Chedwick? Like, honestly, your mother or father or whoever, your fucking sperm donor, I don't give a fuck, named you Chedwick. What kind of a goofy-ass name is Chedwick? Oh, look at him. Our little cheddar biscuit, little cheddar, little cheddar cheese, Chedwick. Your name is like a cartoon character, and not like in a cool way. Not like Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo is not cool as a cartoon, but the name, Johnny Bravo, it's got like a nice flair to it. Okay? Almost drag queen-esque. Johnny Bravo, Bravo Network, RuPaul's Drag Race. Anyway, Chedwick, shut the fuck up, okay? Your goofy ass you have no place to talk calling people's names goofy. Your name is Chedwick. Shut the fuck up, you fucking moron. Anyway, Photo Joe, show my selfie. Don't be so uppity. Don't call me fucking uppity, Joe. I will kick your ass. in a boxing match if it was legally sanctioned. I don't condone violence. Anyway, you're fucking racist, Joe. I'm not stupid. Simp cab, yeah, fuck off. Aubrey Slave. Oh, wow. Titanium Taxi. Aubrey, okay. Aubrey is not your mistress. This is not some BDSM thing. You are not her slave. Shut the fuck up with that stuff. I am so sick and tired of people referring to my wife as their mistress. It's a little inappropriate. Obviously. Anyway, they said, Dear Copper, quick question. Mistress Aubrey likes to dress me up as a sissy and parade me around town like a cheap whore. Wow, that's insightful and very informative. Thank you for informing the entire class of your desire to be a sissy whore for a mistress. That's really, we really needed to know that. I don't know how I was going to continue with my day without knowing that you want to be a sissy whore! Anyway, does that make me a drag queen? Says Titanium Taxi. Thanks. Now it's time for my butt plug session. Well, that's good to know! Your butt plugs are... No, that is not, you're not a drag queen if you are, okay, look, you can be a drag queen and be a sissy at the same time, but, I think that a sissy is someone who is, they dress up in feminine clothing, feminine presenting clothing, and they get there's sexual gratification there, they get off on that, on being a sissy. Sissy, of course, is a pejorative term or derogatory term, I guess would be the better word, to basically describe an effeminate male, and they have taken that word, they've taken that and they've kind of taken it back, sissies, and I could talk about sissy, there's a whole, sissy hypnosis, sissy culture, I know all about sissy culture as well, when I was exploring myself and trying to figure myself out, my identity, kind of like, was I trans? Was I Claire? Was I a sissy? Was I gender fluid? I went through a lot. There was like a few years where honestly, discovering your identity and discovering yourself is not something that, for most anyway, I guess, happens overnight. It is a long journey, and, you're never too old or young, or not too young. I would say you're never too old is better. You're never too old to figure out who you are. And even if you're 40 years old or 50 years old, you can be discovering things about yourself that you never knew. You know what I mean? Like, I was always bi. I mean, since I was a little kid. I was always bi. And it only occurred to me. And I went through a time, by the way, of, like, internalized biphobia. I had dated a girl that was bisexual. My first, not my first very serious. I would say probably my second or third very serious girlfriend. She was bisexual. And when she told me she was bi, I had this weird, and again, I'm bisexual. At the time, though, it was just internalized biphobia, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, does this mean you're going to cheat on me? Does this mean you're not? Like, I looked at her, it wasn't like, that went away, that feeling went away, but for a moment, I was, like, wondering, is she going to be, like, unloyal to me? Which, by the way, turns out to be a very common biphobic thing that happens with biphobia, is that people see bisexuals as sexual deviants. Why can't you pick a side, pick a gender, pick a sex, like, and stick with it? You're either gay or straight, blah, 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 blah. No such thing as bisexual. Bi-erasure is a very serious problem. We're not talking about bisexuals right now. We're talking about drag queens specifically, but I'll just say, on the subject of sissies and you're just figuring things out, you're never too old to figure yourself out. I mean, if you are a sissy, that's okay. Titanium Taxi, you're a grown-ass adult. I'm not going to kink shame you. I have no problem with sissies at all, as a member of the queer community, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? I'm just not a judgmental person. I just don't like bigotry. I don't like people that are judgmental. You know what I mean? If you're someone who falls into the spectrum of, like, sissies or femboys or whatever you want to call that, gay, bisexual, queer, whatever, lesbian, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to kink shame you or shame you for your sexuality. I'm a very loving guy. And by the way, if you're heterosexual or straight or a cis person, I'm not going to judge you. I don't hate you. I don't have a problem with straight people. I never have. I don't. I have a problem with straight people being homophobic pieces of shit bigots that try to make people feel uncomfortable for being themselves. You can fly this bird to fucking Chicago. Go fuck yourself. No, that's not right. No one should be made to feel like they cannot express their truth, as long as they're not harming anyone else around them. You know what I mean? So if no one's being harmed and it's their business, why the fuck are you judging them? I mean, you can judge people, but you're not going to stifle them from expressing their own self, okay? You're not going to do that. So when people are trying to pass laws like the straight, cis, white majority does in America, y'all try to pass laws, okay? Ooh, y'all were probably seething when Obama passed the Marriage Equality Act. Ooh, y'all probably lost your fucking minds collectively. Not to mention, I remember when Obama was elected, all the fucking racists came out of the woodworks like a bunch of fucking termites. Fuck yourselves. Anyway, yeah, so, like, I don't, you can be judgmental, I'm not gonna tolerate you being intolerant and, like, trying to stop people from expressing their truth and try to, like, bully marginalized people. These are minorities. The LGBT is in the minority in terms of, like, straights and gays and by the way, bisexuals and even more so bisexual men specifically have it pretty rough. Even with the LGBT, they bisexual guys like myself get a lot of discrimination even from within the LGBTQIA plus community. You have a lot of bi men never come out of the closet because they're just like, it's easier to just not say it, tell people. Like, they don't, it's like, I don't speak for all bi men, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, it's a common thing you'll read online where it's like bis will express themselves, like, they'll say that they don't really feel like they belong even in the LGBT community. The queer community doesn't really accept them. There's like, gay people have, I'm not saying all gay people, obviously. Obviously, I'm just telling you, I'm relaying what I've read a lot online and, like, Reddit, subreddits, like the bisexual subreddit, the official one, like, has, like, the most followers for the bi community. And, like, a lot of people say that they get a lot of shit at pride rallies and things like that. And if you're bi and you're, like, especially if you're in a hetero passing relationship, sometimes you'll get people trying to say that you have, like, a hetero passing privilege. It's really convoluted, in my opinion. And it's really counterproductive. It's very contradicting. It's like, if you're in the pride community, if you're in the LGBT, you should be about supporting your bi brothers and sisters and your bisexual members. Like, you should be, if you're going to a pride festival and the whole point of pride is to be able to express yourself freely and love yourself and promote that to other people to help them come out and be comfortable with themselves and love themselves more and not hate themselves and be, internalized phobic. You don't want that. You shouldn't try to make bisexuals feel like they can't express themselves too. That's insane to me. That's so, like, hypocritical of gay people, of the LGBT. That's so hypocritical. Like, you're literally doing what you're supposed to be fighting against. But anyway, yeah, but that's a whole different stream, a whole different fucking subject to tackle. I'm not trying to do that right now. But, yeah, no, that's not cool. And so we shouldn't do that to drag queens. Let's bring it back to the topic here. We shouldn't be, hating on drag queens, okay? Like, they don't do anything to anyone to hurt. Can I please talk about what I want to talk about? I'm literally trying to get into my subject right now, and you're starting to put your fucking bullshit on my screen. Can I just have a moment, people? A fucking moment. I think that this has to be the most sensible thing you've ever said. Can I read Cameron's comment? I don't even care about... I'm honestly glad that you agree with me about keeping the drag queens away from children, but you're still a fruit cup. Fuck off, BBW. And the way you're putting it, the way you're saying it makes it sound mean. Wow, I tell you, wow, this This is so insightful. I love listening to a grown man or woman. That could be a woman. I don't identify. Enough.
Cab. So sassy.
Excuse me? Diva Cab? You damn right, Diva Cab. You fucking right about that. I am sassy. I'm sassy, and I'll whip that assy. Anyway. Oh my
Honey,
gosh.
how I would
Okay.
love to be your mistress. You're the only thing that gets me going.
I don't want to be the
Told
only
me
thing that gets you
once told
going,
him
Janet.
felt the same way, and now I want to do things to you the toasters can't. He made me mad with that video because it turns you on.
I'm a feminist who said that women being treated
Get
unfairly.
it? I am not your girlfriend, Janet. I am not your fucking boyfriend. I'm not attracted to you, Janet. I love my students in a platonic way. I am your teacher, not your fucking lover, and I don't want to be. That's so inappropriate. Enough with the sexual harassment. I told you to stop. I told you people to shut the fuck up. Why are you still going? Do I need to start writing names up? I'm just wondering. Will that quit? Okay. Do I need to add more people to the canvas? Because I'm finishing this tonight before my 8 p.m. class. Do I need to add
It's
a few
been a
more
year,
people?
Daddy.
Do I need to add
really
a
miss you.
cream pie?
Mommy says you went to the store to get milk. Anyways, I'm failing all my classes. And Mommy hits me very frequently. And she changed my name to Tickle Tipson. Anyways, Daddy, I forgive you for abusing me.
Cream pie bandit. Do you know who you are? You're right there in
Femboy Friday
the
is the
mask.
best. Femboys nuzzle on my chest.
I'm
Got my
talking,
feelings,
Bug!
body pillow,
I'm
about to
talking!
Take that bitch to bed. Bitches Femboy Friday. Femboys by my side. They be looking so kawaii. I don't care if you don't like it. Ayy.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really miss you. Mommy says you went to the store to get milk. Anyways, I'm failing all my classes. And Mommy hits me very frequently. And she changed my name to Tickle Tipson.
You know this isn't
Anyways,
right.
Daddy, I forgive you for abusing me.
Joe? Okay, Joe, you're annoying me now, okay? And I'm telling you, I'm being very clear here, okay? I'm gonna be nice right now, and then I'm gonna get a little bit angry. Joe, I'm gonna ask you one time. I'm gonna ask, and then I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna ask you to please refrain from being annoying and interrupting my streams. Okay, I'm trying to have a serious discussion with my class.
I'm a fanboy, you know that it's true. I'll be shaking
Joe?
my